The year is 1346. The site, Crecy. What's up, internet? It's Radams here, playing Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD for Attila Total War. So yeah, this is an attempted recreation of the historical Battle of Crecy, in which Edward III, during the 100 Years' War between England and France, led his army into France to take on the French. England is supported by allies, and so is France, and this is how our recreation went. So obviously it was all completely organised by the player for England, which sadly wasn't me, but someone known as Celtic Warband. He has his own YouTube channel, link in the description. It's a little bigger and better than mine. But yeah, so historically the English alliance won a strong victory here, which heralded the rise of the longbow. Will the same result happen in this battle? You have to stay tuned to the video to find out. So what we have here for players, we have I am playing as France, taking on the right hand flank, and I have two allies because this is a 3v3 battle. To the centre we have the Republic of Genoa, and to the left we have the Kingdom of Bohemia. As for the enemy, to the what is our right, we have the Duchy of Brabant. We have in the centre the English, the Kingdom of England, and to the left we have the Holy Roman Empire. But yeah, so this is the battle. Jump over army comps real quick. Now, if there's something, if you don't know the mod for 1212 AD, if you try and do anything in deployment phase, it ruins the replay. So I've skipped most of it, but there's a little bit of just deployment going on before we officially start the battle. But yeah, so it just gives us a bit of extra time to go over army comps. Which, yep, now the battle started, I'm immediately going to move my army up. I'll keep this in slow-mo, should be able to cover over, not a huge deal happens. So yeah, to start off with, we have 5 units of communal infantry. These are polearm people. They basically use the pike phalanx, but they're not quite as strong as pikemen, who do also exist in this. But yeah, so as you can see, medium polearm infantry, they're classed as their own unit. The modder has done a good job in creating like medieval units. So yeah, these are basically armed with halberds, basically. So yeah, 5 units of them, relatively cheap, as you probably guess from the name, communal infantry. They're essentially levies. Next up we have 4 units of arbaletiers. These are crossbowmen. Finally we have 5 units of foot hommes d'armes of the High Period, because this is a High Period battle. So yep, these are like decent swordsmen. So footmen at arms is what I believe it translates to. To my right I have my cavalry, 4 units of gens de cheval of the High Period, so a solid shot cavalry unit. Then we have my general, the Hoy de Foix, probably pronounced incorrectly, but oh well. So let's jump over to what I believe is all going to be Genoa. Yeah, that's where Bohemia starts. So here in Genoa we have 4 units of Spadenci, probably not pronounced right. These are some heavy swordsmen armed with, well, strange shields, but large shields. Behind them he has, I believe it is, yep, we have 4 units of Piceri. So these are pikemen. So it's got them spread out to 2 ranks, probably not the best way to use them. But yep, so it's got 4 units of them, yeah, 2 on the sides and 2 on the centre. It's got 4 units of ballistarii, so here's crossbowmen. Some hiding in some bushes there. Over here we have his swordsman. I think he only has, well, we got dismounted Genoese nobles. There's 2 units there, and he has a 3rd unit there. think he may only have the 3 units, I might be wrong. For his cav, he's got some Genoese nobles of a high period here, and I think most, and yeah, 2 more units of Genoese nobles, which are gonna go on to the far side and support my cav. Then we get into my final ally, Kingdom of Bohemia, who has 4 units, I believe, total of Pavese crossbowmen. So crossbowmen with nice solid big Pavese shields to hide behind as they reload. No, I have the 3 units looking over that. I don't know. Don't really care. Yeah, so he's hiding in the tree. Ah, there's his 4th unit. Yeah, he's in the tree line, so it's making it awkward for me to get to grips with everything. He's got some halberdiers here. Small there, so I believe he has just those 3 units of halberdiers. And then he has some Pavese spearmen. 1, 2, 3, 4 units by the looks of it. And 2 units of sergeants of the early period. So interesting that he went for early period, but yeah, these guys are armed with kite shields instead of large shields. But it's got them forming shield wall, and there is a 3rd unit by the looks of it. Yeah, okay. Nope, it's only 2. No, it's 3. He has 3 units of sergeants of the early period. Right, so let's jump back over to this side. As you can see, the initial skirmishing has begun. Here's a longbow, so the archers he has are outranging my crossbows. So let's start over on the far side, because their armies are a bit more mixed up than ours. So over here we have English nobles. 2 units of English nobles here, getting support from English heavy billmen behind. And we also have the who are they again? I've already forgotten the name of a faction. This is going exceedingly well. So yeah, well, we've got the Brabantian Knights of the Duchy of Brabant, of course. I'm an idiot. So yeah, so the Brabantian Rithaven, or Rita, I don't know. So that's all his cavalry. He's got Trabanten, looks like 2 units over here, again of the Duchy of Brabant. Here we have 5 units of Bergmannen of the high period, so spearmen, armed with high period kite shields, which have removed around the top, if you know anything about shields. Strange thing to know. So then we have, I believe that is 6 units of a Sonder, so his swordsman, again with their later era kite shield, or high period kite shields. Whose general is this? This is a Duke's hair shield, his general's unit of Brabant. And yeah, got some nice medieval style helmets here with the strange horns, and of course the rat hat. I do love the rat hat. So yeah, now here where we're seeing these archers, there's some more, there's another unit of the Trabant archers somewhere mixed in that. But we're seeing the 4 units of English yeoman archers, so you know, these are really good ones, and they do outrange my crossbow, so we're now trying to get into range. I think they are more or less in range now, and they're going to try and fire back. So yeah, English archers, obviously very solid. So here we have, I believe that is 5 units of Sergeants of a High Period coming from England. So Australia, who chose not to bring billmen, which, well, many billmen, which, let's do, you know, since they are like the king of medieval battlefields. So he's got these 2 units here, and the others just covering for his cavalry. Oh, yeah, I'm going to pause this now because it's getting too far. So yeah, I've been pushing my archers up, well, my crossbows up, and now I'm doing a cavalry charge. Just carry on with army compositions real quick. So yeah, so for 2 units of billmen. There is an English king hiding in the trees. There is Edward III of England. See if we can find him in his unit there. He's even got the crown. So yeah, hats off to the modder. He has done a fairly decent job on modelling. There are a few issues that you do get where necks are invisible, but yeah, the mod, like, it is a fairly well done mod. You know, as far as mods go. It's a bit unbalanced at times, and like I say, there's a problem of replays not working with deployment, but you know, you make live and make live. Over here, is that 5 units? I'm sure we'd agreed on 4 units of archers. Oh well. So we'll now get into the HRE. So we have 5 units of Hanseatic, I can't even speak, Hanseatic infantry. So crossbowmen. We have dismounted Rita. These are polearm infantry, armed with halberds and warhammers, by the looks of it. Except medieval warhammers were actually one-handed weapons, so they might they'll probably pick hammers or something. But yeah, mostly halberds there. So 2 units of them. We got 3 company footmen. So a smaller unit of infantry of like heavy swordsmen. So again, you know, the HRE now, the Holy Roman Empire. So yeah, they're fairly decent infantry. They're like mercenaries. And what do we have here? More dismounted Rita, more 3 company footmen. We have some dismounted Rita, 3 company footmen, dismounted Rita. And over here we have his cavalry, so 2 units of Imperial Rita over here, and 2 units of Imperial Rita over here. Here we see some more English cavalry, the English nobles, the other units, and yep, the Emperor's hair child of the Holy Roman Empire, their general, is in here. No idea which one is actually the general though. You know what? Probably one with the big horns, but then no, maybe not. Could be that one. I don't know. Who cares? I didn't really see much of a HRE. They were all focused over this side. So, yeah, as you can probably tell, the battle's now really underway. And as you can see, I've really pushed out aggressively. I wanted the ground advantage. You know, I wanted to push out. My allies did end up hanging back a bit. The General's Bodyguard of Genoa over here. So yeah, I'm pushing my crossbows up really aggressively, and like I say, I've pushed my cavalry in now. So the cavalry battle has started. The English are gonna start to bring their bowmen in, so I do need to be careful, and he's charging his, yeah, the, whoever these guys are, the Duchy of Brabant, pushing in both Bergman spears. So I do need to be careful with my cavalry fight here, because with that infantry support I can't really win this. Over here the Genoese have sent some cav up. So yeah. And even some pikes and put all their crossbows over here. So yeah, I've seen what's going on there, and I'm going to pull my cav out. So I'm so now I've pulled them in. England is going to try and go after my crossbows, but it is kind of a trap because I got away from his infantry. So it's going to retreat after doing a little bit of damage to these arbaletiers, whatever. So I'm going to pull them back and put them into tight formation just in case cav come back. You know, give them that bracing bonus. Yeah, over here I'm going to, you know, I'm just cycling around with my cav, trying to get the advantageous ground. And I am gonna take in a minute the communal infantry and foot homs and move them. There we go. As you can see, it's now forming tight order. Whilst the skirmish goes on over here. Who's fleeing? Yes, my cav are gonna start to rout at this. So the English, well, no, it's not even the English cav here. It's the Brabantian cav. So yeah, they're gonna win. So I'm looking at this going on over here. I've figured, right, it's time to push. So I'm going to take my infantry that haven't gone to aid the cav. I'm going to push them right up to the enemy lines. I'm going to try and force them to move. Now the only problem with these is that obviously they don't have shields, so they are weak to missiles, so I was hoping to get a few more kills against the English yeomans and the Trabant and archers of Brabant. But oh well, so yeah. They are going to push quite safely. I don't think the archers were really focusing them. I think they're trying to aim at my crossbow, so my distraction worked. And now it's going to see that, and it's going to retreat. See, I'm setting my communal infantry up. My charge is about to begin. See, I'm just trying to get everything properly formed. And now Brabant has left his archers here, so I'm just going to charge them. Charge his archers. Because they failed to retreat them. So they should get cut down pretty easily by my communal infantry. Except this unit, for whatever reason, and I was howling about this, they turned sideways and they're going to get hit from behind by these archers, and it's because they work like pikes in Attila. They are weak at fighting behind, so these guys are actually going to get quite a... yeah, they're just charging right in here. So that's actually going to cause these guys to eventually wind up routing pretty quickly, but they're obviously going to rally because most of them are alive. But yeah, unit losing. Over here, I think these have just finished killing off the archers, so now they're going to engage with swords. And now, as you can see, I'm pushing my swordsmen up as well, my footmen at arms. Engaging with more Brabantian archers, always fun. Over here I've got some more pole arms fighting. My communal infantry engaging his Bergman and spears. And I'm charging in some more footmen at arms. Getting into his spear line, hoping to carve a way through. But yeah, I am making a pretty solid bit of progress here. You know, no one else really doing anything. So if I just quickly go into that, as you can see, I seem to be the only one that's really moved at the moment. We have, whoever these people were, have pushed up again. I've already forgotten. See if I can quickly find something. Bohemia, that's the one. There, the Bohemian Knight. Bohemia's moved up. My Cav's taken a few casualties from the Cav fight. I'm actually going to push my king up now, my Roi de Poix. So yeah, I'm going to try and get my Cav. I've noticed this unit of swords out in the open exposed. I'm going to run all my Cav in and let's get some slow-mo. So yeah, really catching these guys out of position. Going to run them down. I'm just trying to utilise that manoeuvrable shock force. Yeah, over here these Bergmannen spears are just crumbling. So these communals have one, and because my crew is over here, I'm going to notice them now. We're going to charge forwards. Well, not charge forwards, but you know, we're going to push forwards into the next line. He's going to pull these smaller Soldner out to aid this unit. Well, I'm going to get them plenty of damage off. I'm going to see that, so I'm going to pull back. You can see I'm now pushing my crossbows into pretty close range now. These guys have routed and rallied. I need to get them moving back. So yeah, now in the centre we have the Imperial Huita of obviously the Holy Roman Empire charging the Pavis crossbows of Bohemia, who are over here. And because I think most people are watching the fight over here, that's going to catch them out. But yeah, so far so good on my front though. You know, I am carving a way through slowly. But since I am technically the main force, I probably shouldn't be the one to throw it in first. But you know, yeah, I say I pull these cav out like they have taken more than a few casualties right now, so I do need to be careful. But, you know, it's going to try it. I'm going to knock it back to normal speed. So Brabant is moving his swords up. I think he's trying to charge my cav. He might be trying to get into my crossbows, but yeah, he's going to realise my cav are charging in and form them up. But I'm still going to take out that unit pretty much straight away on that charge. So that's good. So yeah. So now he's going to put this other unit of a Soldner in. These guys are going to, yep, they'll go their route in. But they're probably going to shatter. They might shatter, I don't know. See, over here, because I push these guys in, they did get surrounded, plus the archer support, so yeah, that unit of communal infantry have failed. But yeah, now my infantry line is starting to break, because I'm essentially taking on 1.5 armies with 1 army here. Because my allies just kind of hung back and left me to die at this point, so it's not good. Yeah, as you've probably seen, from my other videos, I do like to play very aggressively. Always push the ground. So yeah, my cav, I've got the support of these Genoese nobles here to surround this unit of a Soldner. They are putting up a fight, and you know, I've got a unit of Gens de Cheval starting to waver now. I think I actually may have charged my king, well, my Roi de Foix, yeah. I charged him into combat here to try and save my crossbows, but I do need to be more careful. And whose general was that? That was actually the English king. It's now dead. So in this recreation of a battle, Edward III, who won the battle historically, is now dead. So far, so good for my front. We weren't trying to be historical, by the way. No, we just have the historical set in for the battle. It's like, see if we can do things different. Yeah, it's been some fighting off on this side between the Holy Roman Empire and Bohemia. So far so good. He's rallied. Yeah, the cav started to rout because they were fighting for way too long. Oh, fight over here between a Soldner and a dismounted Genoese nobles. One who will win that, no idea. Can't remember. But yeah, as you can see, my line, like my infantry, are all pretty much broke now. So I'm really consolidating power, but the English cav are not making it easy on my crossbows. I'm trying to use what's left of my cav now to kind of support them, but yeah, my charge went well. Would have gone a lot better if at least Genoa went with me, and now the Genoese general is dead, but yeah. So yeah, could have probably gone better if Genoa had charged in the centre. And yeah, ooh, what the hell happened there? But yeah, now my general is dead. The Roi de Foix, which I'm going to assume is the French king. From this battle, both the King of England and France have wound up dead. This is definitely an interesting recreation. And people are out in here, yeah. I've been unable to protect my crossbows. Although we do have Genoa, who in the historical battle were actually, it was a mercenary force hired by France, you know, but now here we are, they're pulling in, they're going to clean up for me. No, take on the destroyed and tired lines of England and Brabant. Holy Roman Empire's entire army is focused on Bohemia, but Bohemia's seem that they're on a slight hill, and it is a very slight hill, and they've decided to noob box. But HRE, as you can see here, has just charged head on the noob box, so you know, not the best manoeuvre. Yeah, so he didn't try and just pull his army around to the side at all. I'll wait them out. You know, I'll send help to England, you know, just ignore the fight, you know, ignore the Bohemian army, which if he'd done, he probably would have, this would have been a decisive win for the England if they'd done that, because Bohemia was in no, well, they didn't want to move, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you can see it's really going poorly for my troops now. all I've got left at this point is these 2 units of cav fighting this almost full unit of English nobles, but they are losing decisively because I do just about have the numbers, and you know, I've got the support from these crossbows. So yeah, these guys are losing. Now there's dismounted Genoese nobles moving in behind. Over here, more English nobles getting into a fight they really can't win because these pikes have also moved in. So it is really looking in our favour now. I mean, balance of power, it's still reasonably balanced. I'll just hover over men counts. So yeah, we do have the numbers, but you know, our guys are shattered. And if you look over here, Bohemia has pushed some guys out from their formation, and they're getting overwhelmed here by the Holy Roman Empire. But it's got its new box here going still. He's gonna try and retreat, but no, he's gonna retreat from combat, and that order is going to cause his men to rout. Yeah, I think that's just it. Genoese general has fled, not the entire allied army. My army's pretty much gone now. I'm down to this one unit of gens de cheval, of which there is 22 out of 60 people in, and they are exhausted and shaken. So they're tired and they have low morale right now, which is kind of to be expected when, you know, they're the remaining 22 people of this part of the army on the battlefield. An army of just under 2,000 men, now depleted to 22 men. But yeah, we've still got the allied armies. Of course, not all my men are dead, some of them have routed. So yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of just counting my losses right now. And here we are. What I was saying as I did this, because I was not expecting anything to come out of this, considering that they're archers and they're just going to shoot at them. The last charge of the French cavalry. Let's go into cinemite mode. For France, monsieur! They're actually making it to these archers and going to win that. I was actually genuinely surprised. I know that Cav do generally counter archers, but I was expecting, being only 22 men strong, the archers would just shoot them. Fun times. So yeah, I'm going to start running, but I'm trying to keep an eye on their stamina. But yeah, now the balance favor's pretty much done. You know, we've pretty much won now. Again, he's just charging the formation head on. So we've got Paviciers backed up by sergeants of the early period, taking on out of formation dismounted Rita. And these were in the defensive testudo formation. So, you know, it's like a shield wall. Got one going there. He's got his crossbows out there, but those are firing back. Don't think anything else comes in my cavalry. Oh no, there's one more charge out of them. But yeah, since he's just charging head on into this formation, you know, he's not going to be able to win that. So Bohemia is going to win quite well because the Holy Roman Empire thought they could decided that the only option was to charge that defensive formation instead of pull them out of it or move around it. Or ignore it and help the rest of the army that was fighting. But oh well. See, I've got into a wedge and I'm going to charge these cav. The real last charge of the French cavalry. The standards are right there. So I don't know why someone was asking to see the standard. Might have been England. Wait, no, it's not even English. It's the Imperial Rita. Yeah, it's French standard, so yeah. Well, I've got the support of dismounted some Genoese cavalry. No, it's just Genoese infantry, but maybe we're saying it. Yeah. We're going to be able to win this one, so in this variation of a battle, France has won. But despite heavy losses and the loss of the king. So yeah, let's just look over like kill and loss counts. We'll start with obviously Kingdom of France, me. So yeah, communal infantry, bearing in mind they are quite cheap, doing reasonably well if we ignore that unit there. Don't know what happened to them. But yeah, the rest doing, you know, exceedingly well for themselves. But then the Polearm are pretty decent on this. It's the reason why in medieval period Polearms were the kings of a battlefield, essentially. That's how they're known. That's my footmen at arms. Most not doing particularly well. I've got one unit here doing pretty well. And then there's this unit out of nowhere racking up 180 kills, so that's pretty impressive when you consider what the rest of the footmen at arms did. That's my crossbows. They did okay, one did pretty decent, but you know, nothing too special. And my cav, 2 units doing pretty disappointingly and 2 units doing pretty well, so always good to see. Going to Genoa now, and we have have a look at my king. Yeah, my king did so to go to Genoa, general really getting stuck in before he died, getting a good few kills. Genoese pikes, 2 unit, well 1 unit getting exceptional kills, 1 getting, you know, alright, and the rest not really doing too well, but oh well. So his sergeants, not even sergeant, sorry, Spadancini, probably pronounced wrong, I don't speak probably Italian, I think that is, don't think Genoese is a language, but yeah. So they're all doing pretty well, apart from that unit that did alright. As for the dismounted Genoese nobles, these 3 units. 1 unit doing exceedingly well, the other 2, well, 1 unit doing average, and the other not particularly well. Much better use out of the crossbows there, from those 2 units anyway. That unit, the last unit, not really. That unit, about average. And 1 unit of cav doing exceedingly well, the rest just dying. Finally, for this side we have Bohemia. So Bohemian King not really getting involved. Although getting a lot of losses, that's another thing. But yeah, so most of my army died off, like pretty much my entire army was dead. I had 458 of 1,958 initially deployed, so yeah, essentially lost 3/4 of my army, but oh well. 1 unit of crossbowmen survived quite well, but oh well. As for Genoa, not really taking too many losses except for cavalry. A couple of crossbows and some pikes taking some heavy losses, but other than that, pretty average. Yeah, back to Bohemia. We have 1 unit of crossmen doing well, cav doing alright, sergeants of the early period doing alright. The halberdier is racking up plenty of kills. Pavisier is not really doing well. Now let's go to the enemy side. As for also, just to go up kills, Pavisier is not really taking any losses. I think the Bohemian King survived, but I'll say most of his retinue died. These halberdiers suffering some heavy losses, as with the sergeants. Cavalry pretty much all wiped out, and Pavi's crossbows pretty much completely intact. As for the English, well, they lost everything but 2 units of yeoman archers, really, but routed. But yeah, King getting really stuck in, Edward III, but he did die, so 1 unit of heavy billmen just performing so poorly with that 1 kill. Fail on them. 130, bit average. The other 2 doing pretty well for themselves. And I probably would have brought more heavy billmen, but that's just me. Then we have the 6 units of Sergeants of the High Period, the Swordsman. 1 unit doing really well, 1 unit doing pretty well, and the rest pretty average. As for his archers, not really being used to their best ability, I think, because he was too focused on trying to kill my crossbows instead of my infantry for most of it, when he should have tried to aim at my communal infantry. But oh well. So yeah, not really getting that decent scores for such good archers. As for his cav, 1 unit, don't know what happened to them either. They got wiped out. 1 kill, that's pathetic. So that 13 kill unit. The rest, the other 2 units doing pretty well for themselves. Cav can do better, but they can do worse. But yeah, so they did about average for Cav. All dying off. Go to the Roman Empire. We have the Empress Hairchild not really getting too involved. Well, not getting many kills. Most of his retinue died. I think he may have died as well. The dismounted Rita, the polearm infantry, the halberds. Most of them doing pretty average, you know, fairly well. 1 unit doing pretty bad for polearms, you know, that 19 kill count, that's a fail. The 98 kill count, pretty impressive. As for the Free Company footmen, 1 unit doing exceptionally well, 2 doing below average, and 1 doing fairly well. Crossbows, they didn't really get much. Also, going over losses, you can see most of his main infantry and his general's retinue are dead. Just a few of these dismounted Rita survived. 1 unit Free Company survived quite well. His crossbows, I didn't really get many kills between them, and lost about half total. Then in fact more than half, I can't math. But yeah, his cav, 2 units putting in some work, 2 units not, all of them dying. But yeah, this is not a good day to be a cavalryman. So yeah, as for the Duchy of Brabant, the Duke's Hairchild actually really getting involved here. 163 kills. Pretty much, I think the entire unit got wiped out, so not the best thing you want on the general's unit, but take what you can with that many kills. As for these spears, these 4 units of Bergmannen. 1 unit doing pretty well, the on 56 kills, the rest just failing to really get kills. The Soldner, most being a disaster, and not pretty much all of his armies killed off as well, so that's always fun. Yeah, most of them being pretty disastrous. Got 1 unit doing alright, and 1 unit doing exceptionally well, credit where it's due, on 112 kills. As for his archers, again, yeah, they kind of had a disastrous time, not really racking up any kills, and again, most of them dying. As for Cav, probably the best performance out of Cav, out of everyone. Although again, they did all wind up dead, and that unit there got only 33 kills. But yeah, thanks for watching. This has been our recreation of the Battle of Crecy. Don't forget to subscribe and become a Celtic Warrior. Like I say, I will link Celtic Warband's YouTube channel in the description. He'll probably upload his version if he hasn't already of this battle. Give that a watch. It's probably going to have a few cinematic touches to it. But yeah, it's Radham's going away now.